Hello and welcome back. I've been doing some more preparation in readiness for our summer holiday. This year we are going to France and Germany. So I've booked some more sites on our way down to Germany. Our first site is Au Bord de Lane, which I've booked through the Caravan and Motorhome Club. It's not a Caravan and Motorhome Club site. In fact, if you are looking at taking your caravan abroad and you go on the Caravan and Motorhome Club website and it says overseas campsites, please don't think they are actually owned by the Caravan and Motorhome Club. They're not. They're just affiliated sites. So they're just ones that the Caravan and Motorhome Club recommend. So don't be expecting a club site at any of those European ones. We've stayed at Au Bord de Lane quite a few times now. This probably will be our fourth time staying there. It's a really good campsite. I've shown it on previous videos, as it's really easy from the motorway, and it's only about 2.5 hours from the ferry and tunnel. So I booked that site and we'll have one night there, our first night of our holiday. Then we will go to Europa Park in Germany for 3 nights, and then on the way down then to the south of France, to Camping de la Plage in the Bay of Saint-Tropez. We will have a one-night stop at a municipal site in Mâcon. I've never stayed at a municipal site before, and I've heard that they're really nice. So if you've stayed at a municipal site before, please do let me know in the comments what you think of them. If you've not heard of a municipal site before, they are campsites that are owned by the local municipality or local council. So they're not as flash as lots of the other campsites, but they seem to have a good reputation. And this municipal campsite that we've booked near Mâcon is just an ideal location, and we're only stopping there for one night on the way down and one night on the way back up. It says that we can walk into the town as well from there, so it's got a swimming pool, so we'll see what it's like. As I say, we've never stopped at municipal before, so we'll give it a try. Also, something you may not be aware of is that if you are going to France and if you're staying on a site that's got a swimming pool, then men, I'm afraid, have to wear speedos, or we call them slick pants, very tight fitting short swimming trunks. Now my husband hates wearing them, as they're not his favourite. You cannot wear short like normal swim shorts. It's for hygiene purposes, as you'll find that lots of we tend to see that quite a few people in mainland Europe, the guys, they wear the swim shorts and then they have the boxer shorts underneath. So for hygiene reasons, you have to have the slick pants, we call them. Now, if you've never taken your caravan abroad before and it's your first time, then do take a look at the Caravan and Motorhome Club website, as it does allow you to book your ferry and your tunnel with a little bit of a discount because of your membership, and some affiliated sites that they would recommend in Europe. And if you book it all together, then it is ABTA protected, which is good. We did it the first time that we took our caravan abroad, as it does just give you that little bit extra security, but it does limit you in the types of campsites that are available, and particularly if you want to go to a particular area and they haven't got an affiliated campsite. So don't feel like you have to book everything through the Caravan and Motorhome Club website. You certainly don't. You could just simply use it for your tunnel or ferry booking to get that discount, and then look for recommendations and then look elsewhere to book your campsite. And that's exactly what we do. Now, a few years ago, our friends joined us on our summer holiday, and we did 6 countries in 3 weeks. take a look at my previous videos of this tour. Now, our friends had never driven abroad, let alone towed their caravan abroad, and so I'd wrote down and sent to my friends what you needed for driving abroad in each of the countries. So excuse me, I found that email and I just thought I'd share with you some of the things that I popped down just in case they're useful for you. So for driving in France, you need to have your full driving license with you, your V5 logbook registration document for your car to show proof of ownership. Also, you need to have your caravan ownership with you, any documents you've got proving that you're the owner of your caravan. Your MOT certificate, although you can get that online and just save it online. Your car and caravan insurance, a copy of that. You need to have a UK sticker on your car and your caravan. Now, when we arrive in France, the first thing we do is we spot, oh, that's a GB sticker. They haven't got one. And you do find that lots of people are driving in mainland Europe and they don't have a UK sticker. But for the sake of a couple of quid, you might as well get one and pop it on your car and your caravan, and then you're doing the right thing. Now, also for France, you need a critère sticker. A critère sticker is an emission sticker to show the emissions of your vehicle, and you need it for quite a few places in France. And for the sake of a couple of euro, just get one. It lasts also for your ownership of the car, so it's not something that you need to get every year. So once you've got it, that's it. We changed our tow car last year and we got a critère sticker last year, so we don't need that this time. Make sure you order your critère sticker from the official French website. There are lots of other websites out there that will order you a critère sticker, but they will charge more for it. It's only a few euros, so make sure you don't pay over the odds for it. Now, when driving in France, you also need to have reflective jackets, so the high-vis jackets, for each person in the car. And they need to be easy to reach. So we keep them in the doors of the cars. So if we ever needed to pull over, you put them on straight away. And you also need a warning triangle, headlamp beam deflectors. These are like little stickers that you put on your lights, but check your vehicle first of all, as you may just need to flick a switch on yours to do, which automatically changes it for you. You also need to have a first aid kit in your car, compulsory in Austria and Germany. And spare bulb kit it recommends for your vehicle. Now, you also need European breakdown cover to cover the towing of the caravan. Now, Caravan and Motorhome Club offer red pennant, and it's always worth getting a price for that. It's very popular and lots of people recommend it, but it is pricey. And there are other options out there, so don't feel that you always have to go with red pennant. We've used European breakdown cover before, and we found it absolutely fine. Touch wood, we've not had to use it, but last year we met a family whose car did break down and they were using European breakdown cover, and it seemed to be getting it sorted for them. So don't feel you always have to go with red pennant. Also with red pennant, it also offers you travel insurance. We, however, have annual travel insurance because we don't always travel abroad with our caravan. So we find that better value. Now, if your outfit exceeds 3.5 tons, you must have a sticker showing your blind spots visible on sides and rear of your vehicle. Now, we're also travelling to Germany this year, and so for that we've had to apply for an emission sticker for Germany. We had one before for our previous tow vehicle when we went to Germany, and it's really simple to do on the German website. It's all translated into English, and it's €5.95 it cost us this time, and that should come right quite quickly. But again, make sure you use the official website. It's Berlin D. I'll try and put a link to the official websites for the critère sticker and the German sticker in the description of this video. Now, I'm just going to pre-warn you, when you are applying for your critère sticker and your German emission sticker and you're uploading your V5, it will say it needs to be a certain size. I think it's 2 MB. And it is frustrating because it will be bigger than that, but just try and compress it. There's lots of advice out there on how to compress it, so just make sure you compress it and it will be uploaded fine. But it is an argument you will have with your computer, so I'm just pre-warning you. Now, in Germany, my understanding is that cars aren't charged on the toll roads, only trucks are, though correct me if I'm wrong. Now, I thought I'd also share with you some other things that we found when we've taken our car and caravan to certain other countries. So when we took it to Spain last year, we had to have aluminium marker boards on the back of our car because of the size of it, which we stuck on with command strips, because then as soon as we got to France, the husband wanted them off straight away, which we did. Now, if you're taking your car and caravan to Switzerland, you will need a vignette. And I think it's around £80 we paid for our vignette for our car and one for a caravan. Now, you can get them at the border, but as we travel in peak season in the summer, the borders are busy and you are queuing. And if you're queuing to get through the border and then you've got to queue to get your car and your caravan vignette, it's taking up more time. So we ordered ours online through Toll Tickets, and I definitely recommend that website. So we had them in our car and caravan, and at the border we would just wade straight through. So I definitely recommend doing that. Your vignettes for Switzerland last for the whole year that you've got it for. So if you're buying one in 2025, you've got it for the rest of 2025. In Austria, you also need to have a vignette. Now, the vignettes in Austria are slightly different to the ones in Switzerland. When we travelled to Austria, we were only transiting really through it, and we were right on the German-Austrian border, and we weren't too sure that whether we were going to travel into Austria some of the days, and it was about a week we were there, so we got a 10-day vignette because we were just under 3.5 tonne. Now, if you're over 3.5 tonne, then I believe you would need a black box. I didn't look into that as we weren't over 3.5 tonne. In order to know what is required for each country, I find the RAC website really helpful. It talks you through what you need for each country in lots of detail, so definitely check that out. The Caravan and Motorhome Club does have a similar function on its website, but I think it's a little bit more clunky and a little bit more wordy, and I prefer the RAC one. If you're bringing your dog abroad with you and you haven't got an EU passport for it like we have with Trixie, then you will need to have a rabies jab done 3 weeks before you depart, and you will also have to have an animal healthcare certificate. I've done some previous videos on that, so be sure to check them out. But as Trixie has got a Spanish passport, we won't need to do any of that. All we'll need to do is get her a tapeworm tablet before she returns to the UK on her way home. I hope you found this video useful. By all means, it's not exhaustive, so if I have missed anything out, please do let me know in the comments below. And as you know, things are always changing, so always keep abreast with what's happening, and particularly using that RAC website for what you need for each country, as it is really useful. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it useful, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back. It's much appreciated. Many thanks for watching, and take care.